Hey everyone, how are you guys? I hope you're doing great. Today is our third day on our 3-day challenge, and I want you, before anything, just to show you some things I have been doing with my group, the art club, and just want to make sure you know about this. So we are working on clouds now, and have been working a lot of different projects, and everybody does in their own pace. Those are lessons I give to them, and then this is just for you to know a little bit. So this is like number one, and then going to number two, and then number three, and number four, different types of clouds. Also, I have some other things we have painted together. So we do 2 tutorials a month, plus some other bonuses and some other classes I record for them. And then we just have like very different types of exercises for them to get to this type of a painting. Just want to show you, that way you know what we are about. Okay? If you are there watching, I'd love you to say hello. Dorothy, Anna Cruz, Tina, thank you for saying hello. Thank you for watching. Today is our challenge, and I hope you are working on yours. So I'm just gonna put it over here. I wanna show you before everything and make sure it's good. Okay. So we're going to finish our painting today. I wanna make sure it's all good, the camera and everything. Sorry to make this so super live, but that's how it is. But I want to show you the lessons before. I hope you're doing great, and I hope you are ready to go. Okay? And I know most of you are like, well, is this going to really finish? Is this going to look something? It will be. The way I like to show you, it's because I'm imagining you are a beginner. Just let me know if you are, if you're not. If you want to put in the comments, it would be awesome. The way I want to show you it is a step-by-step. That way you can follow, you can do at home in your own pace. And that's how I teach the classes for the club. Because that way everybody can do in their own pace. You can stop me talking. Once we do live, is a little different, just like this one, of course. You're going to see my hands all the time. I try to keep them nice. That way you can see good stuff. But it is important for you to go step by step, for you to understand the process. And then that way you can create your own pieces. And you can start to go in nature, and then like when I do a retreat or something like this, we all go to nature and we all paint from nature. And that way you understand what's behind, what's going to be, take for you to do something. Observation is a big deal for this type of a painting. When you're painting nature, it's very, very important for you to do a lot of observation and understand colors and understand mixing, because if you're going to a store and then get like the colors over there, you're never gonna go get the colors you have here if you don't mix, and if you don't understand your colors and all the stuff we have been talking about. So if you're just watching today, I just want to recap what we've done. So it's hard to recap the painting, but what we did, we cover areas first to see where we're gonna go, and we find the horizon line, and then we found also the colors we're going to be using, and we mix them. So if you, of course, if you are watching, you are on a group, but go there and see day 1, day 2. That way you know what I have done. And we also recognize and look and did some stuff with our brushes to know which what each brush will do. And it's very important for you to do this type of a thing. Knowing your supplies, knowing your colors is really, really important, okay? Okay, so let's begin. So one of the things about my technique, it's also, you don't need to have a lot of crazy supplies and be like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to buy, what to do, where to go, what type of brush, what type of paint. Simple, 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 simple. And I try to be simple because that's how I learned. And I've been painting for so many years. I do not want to tell you how many, because then you're going to know my age. No, just kidding. But I have been painting for a very long time. And I want you to just worry about learning and having fun with. Not worry, not being tense, because painting is exactly for you to meditate, for you to have fun with, for you to feel good with, not to do the opposite, okay? So it is important for me to tell you this, because it's crazy, crazy important to learn slowly, understand the colors, mixing. Then you'll be thinking about theory and all those things. A lot. You can go there and buy books and then try to get certain things. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. You don't need this right now, at least not now, okay? So we are just using black and white, and then the primary colors, which are these 3 here, okay? And with this, we do so much, so much. And then I have here a napkin. It could be a rag. And I most of the time use 3 brushes. So this is like a medium flat brush, a round brush, which is a small one, and then a bigger one. That's when I cover everything. Most of the time I don't use that so much anymore. Okay? If you want to have any other brush, you can have like a smaller flat one too, if you want to. But this 3 will do a lot for you. You don't need more than that. I know you probably see so many fancy brushes and you're like, why? Why? It's pretty, but it's expensive too. You don't need that, okay? So let's go. So yesterday, the first day we cover everything. We put the bigger images over there. And then yesterday we start to work on our details. Details are important. So what I'm doing here, first of all, I see everything very flat, and I put there the sky, and then I put there my first like big colors over there, like the behind, really behind things. And then I start to bring to a second layer, and today I'm going to bring to the 3rd layer, okay? So this 3rd layer, I'm going to start to talk with you here, because we do see some browns, okay? We see some nice browns there. And then we're going to see the yellows. And yesterday we put this green there. And then we can work on that. All right, so I am going to work with my small brush. Just a second, I have too many brushes over here. I told you 3, but because yesterday I was doing something else, I left my brushes here. My table is too small. All right. Okay, my small brushes. So now I'm going to get this tiny one, okay? And with this tiny one, I'm going to work on my brown here. So I try to never use black until the really, really end. But in this case, an easy way to make brown would be black and red. So I'm just going to mix a little bit. So it's like a nice chocolate color, okay? I'm going to add a little more. And you can add some yellow there. Then that way it gets a little more in this brown area here. It's a nice brown. Okay. So I'm going to start with this brown. And I am going to check where my trees are going to be first. So I have a tree coming from here, and I have another one coming from here. And I'm going to work, because that's the two I see the most. And I'm going to put it over there. And I'm just putting a little mark and another mark. And I know where they're coming from. And you see, they're not super straight. So you're just going to go. And I like to do like a small first. And then later I'll make it a little bigger. Then I have another one coming this way. Also not so straight. Then I see another one in this area here. Imagine it's like a little crooked. Then I see another one there. I wish I could speak with you guys, but I'm just saying hello to you. Sorry, I can pay attention to the camera. Then I see another one here. It's amazing. There are like a lot of them. All right, another one, maybe a little bit more crooked now. Okay. And I think it's good for now. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly, 5. And now I decide where they are. I'm going to make them a little thicker. That way we can embellish them in a little bit. So if you do have questions, guys, it would be really nice if you put it over there, because that's the only way we can communicate when I do lives like this. And that way I can respond to you in a little bit. So I'm just going to go again because I want to make it nice and thick. And then this one also, because they're the two main ones. And here you see more, and then it gets very thin. All right, maybe this one now. And the reason I'm putting them there now, because you may ask yourself, well, I know you're finishing today, but should we put this now? Should we put this later? It's because then we can move to something, and then when we come back, it comes back, it's dry. So I'm just gonna go here too, add this one there. And then I see more brown in this area. And I'm just gonna add a little bit. Just now, just a touch. But you see, now we're seeing, if you look, you see the reflection there. We are seeing reflections, okay? Usually what I do, I turn upside down like this. And then I try to see them. And of course, it's kind of weird because we are seeing, but it cannot be so dark. So the first one is this one. And I'm just gonna put it over there, the way we see it. And note, I have much less paint on my brush because I do not want too much. It's water. It's going to make, I'm gonna make it disappear, but I do not want to make it too crazy. I'm gonna go another one here. Much less paint. Okay. And then I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're all there. I see there too. And I see this one too. And I leave it alone for now, okay? Because in this painting, we want to make everything look good, but we don't want to overdo, and then we have, I'm live and I have no time to make it dry. All right, so now we can work. Let me see where we can work and make sure we don't have to do anything wrong here. So I'm gonna put a little brown here because I see some brown here too. I like to work with the colors like this. If I'm working with the brown, I go all brown. Unless it's something later you like, uh-oh, I couldn't do that yet. Because sometimes it's hard to do this if you don't, it's not possible yet. Okay, I did this. Let's see, brown, brown, brown. Okay, now I'm going to start to bring some color. And it's almost the orange. So I'm going to clean up this brush. I'm going to continue with this small brush. I like to clean up my brush and dry because I like to start from scratch. Okay, then I'm just going to make this orange. It's a light orange. You may say, but Bella, it's not yellow. Nah, not quite. It's orange. All right, so now I get some orange and I will touch some parts of my, you see, it wasn't good yet. So let me just, I'm going to add a little bit of white to because it's too dark. And certain things, it's because once you start practicing, you realize, you start to know the colors and you start to be like this. It's just, I paint all the time. So for me, I just see the colors that way. All right, so I'm gonna go add some of that orange in parts of my tree here. Okay, and it's really a detail. And some parts over there, you see here, I'm adding them. Okay. All right, so I add that. Now I'm coming back to my yellow. It's almost dry there, so I can work over here in the yellow and maybe this is almost dry, so I can start to work on this. So I'm cleaning my medium brush now. And the reason I'm using medium because I want to make it very delicate, unless some parts of it here it's very delicate, like the yellows, and this yellow pop. So one of the reasons we have the white here, you may feel like, well, we're not going to use white. Yeah, we will, because once we mix some colors with white, it makes them pop. It makes them really, really, really opaque, and everything else gets very different. So I am going to start to bring in some parts here my yellow. And like I said, this is observation. Painting from a picture is definitely a great exercise for you to observe and see where things are, because sometimes we tend to paint what we know instead of what we see, because that's two different things. Sometimes we know things and sometimes we see things, and they're different. They're just different. Like, I've never seen anything yellow like this, but it's because I'm seeing this now. I'm not going to paint from what I know, but it's because it's a reflection, it's a picture, and that's how it is. So I'm just going there, checking, and doing. And also because I have to have time for this. Okay? All right. You can go with a small brush like this, or you can go to a little bit bigger. It's up to you, how you feel more comfortable. I'm just mixing a little more because I need more. Okay, and I'm going to start over here. And you see, I'm just going very light, not covering completely, but very light. And I'm still like, sometimes it's so easy to stop looking and keep going, but then I have to remember, I'm doing from observation. I'm not creating, I am observing, and I am doing a study, which is a very different thing than painting from what I know. Both of them are great things to do. Yeah, my brown, look at here. My brown here, it's not dry, but it's okay. It's not gonna affect. All right. Maybe a little more here too. Okay. Yeah, it's almost, yeah, it's kind of dry now. So now I can go and work on. So usually what I like to do, let me get a brush I like more, because I'm going to be working with that. It's the same type of brush, but it's just a little, it's just clean and longer, but it's just clean. So let's see if I like it. You know, it's just like a pencil you like more, and then, but I have so many brushes here, sometimes I just get picky. So to do this type of work here now, oh, I forgot something very important. Sorry. Okay. The branches. I'm going to work on the branches. I forgot about the branches. All right. So let's come back to the branches. Forget about what I said. So I'm going to work on the branches here. I like to, always when I'm working with the branches, what I like to do is always put like a drop of water on my paint. And I like to roll it. And roll it, and then that way I make like a point on my brush. And then I go here and I start to work on branches. Branches are important, especially for this one. All right, so I like to do my branches here, like a little tiny, easy, and I don't like to make them, I don't like to make them too thick, just later First I plan, then I make them. So I see one here. And the branches come to here, so they are pretty big. They are not symmetrical. So you wanna go places. Okay. It's funny, this one is symmetrical. I always say that. It's kind of like, I don't want to do symmetrical because I don't like them symmetrically. It looks more like an antenna when you do symmetrical, but that's interesting. That one is kind of symmetrical. That never happened before. All right, so we're just going here. All right, what else? So a lot of them, it's not going to disappear, but they are not going to show much. But it's important to know they are there because later you're going to see some on the back of your trees there, and you're like, wow, I forgot to put more branches, and then you regret, and then you can't put it because it's already done. All right, so this tree here is the biggest one because look at where the branches come. So you want to make sure that one is well done. What else? Maybe going here. Because it's a pretty one. Okay. Now we're talking. Let me see if I missed to have more there. Maybe I'll put one more here. Is anybody painting while you're watching or not really? Just watching? It would be so nice to know. Let me know if you are painting now or if you painted later, if you already did, if you already finished. How is your process? It'll be awesome to know. Okay, now we're talking here, okay? So I'm gonna come back to my yellow. And I'm going to use the side of my brush, like this side, okay? You see, just like that. And I'm going to start to add without disappearing everything. I'm just gonna put it, doing my dabs here. So I see Pam, I see Sabrina, I see Tina. Thank you guys for being here. Let me know if you already painted or if you are going to paint this later, if you're painting with me. I'll be awesome to know. So I'm just gonna go, and I am dabbing the colors. So I'm checking over here. I don't want to cover the whole thing. I do not like this brush. I'm going to change my brush for the same type of brush. It's just because I do not like the way that it is opening. Sometimes that happen. So I just got like a same type of brush, but like more close. Okay. And I'm just doing this. Dab, dab, dab. It takes a little while. Because, oh, good to know, guys. Good to know. Okay. You're watching later. You're going to paint later. Okay. I didn't know about the 4:30. It's just because I know we have people from different countries in this group. So I want to make sure everybody could watch. But I know a lot of people watch later. But it's good to know. Okay. And I am continuing here. So you see, I see some yellow here, but it's not, I'm not gonna cover the whole the whole thing. And feel free to change brushes if you feel like, okay, this brush is not working for me. And maybe you want a bigger brush. Maybe your brush is opening too much, like mine was. The important thing is to try and adapt the way you want to. Also, one thing is kind of cool to do for you to know what you're gonna get. It's to go there. So you see, this is a lot. You don't want this chunk. It's too chunky. So maybe you want to clean up your brush and you want to go first on the paper or something like this. Then you know what's going to happen there. Because if you get a chunk of paint, look what happened. You get this. If you go and clean up your brush and just get on the tip of the brush because you're using the side, this is what you get. And then they look more like leaves. Okay, that doesn't. So you want to be careful with this type of a thing. Because it's so easy to be like, oh my gosh, it's so repetitive. Let me just do it. And take a while. Don't worry. Just go slow. You don't need to rush. Maybe you feel like, oh, no, I want to finish. No, just take a while. Take your time. You don't need to do anything fast. It's supposed to be a nice time for you, not a pressure time. If anything you're doing for fun becomes pressure, that's not fun anymore. Not fun. Then what is the point? We already have pressure in life, so this is not your job. It's supposed to be a fun thing. So I'm gonna go here and I'm continue doing this. Oh, one thing also I like to say. It's easy to see trees and be like, oh yeah, trees. This is my tree. But once you are thinking of a tree, I want you to think irregular. Because that's how they are. So once you're dabbing like this, you want to dab irregularly. You don't want to do like, you see, then it's a very different thing. You can even change your brush like this and train your wrist to do things irregular. Because that's how it is in nature, okay? So that's the good thing for you to remember. I'm not sure, this is yellow, but I think you can see, yes, I think you can, okay. It's just because I've been using yellow, so you want to go irregular here, and you want to make it nice. And you may feel like, okay, yellow and finish. No, we have other yellow there. Remember when I asked you to practice? Because we do have more yellows there, more than one. And that's going to make a lot of difference on your painting. Different colors, different yellows, different greens. All right, so one other thing I want to talk to you about is it's about the paint club, the art club. So art club is a group. We do paintings like this and in different styles too. I was just showing the beginning of this live the clouds. We're just starting to study clouds now, and everybody's a beginner just like you. And we do 2 lessons like this a month. Okay, let me just pay attention one second here. 2 lessons like this a month, plus other videos and tutorials and lessons you can get. So all that for $39. So if you want to be part of the club, if you want to learn more, even like which brush to use, what type of materials to use, what type of paint, everything I will teach you, okay? So I just want to let you know you can be part of that group too. And you're going to watch your lessons just like you watch Netflix. So instead of binge on Netflix, sometimes you're going to binge on painting. And this is how I teach. I like to teach you in a way where you are going to understand. I went to art school, but I do not like to learn from the books. It's like you learn, but it's hard sometimes to learn theory. And then I just feel like everybody can teach you theory. But teaching things in an easy way, not everybody can. So that's why I developed this method where you do in a very simple way, and you can accomplish things, and you start to paint. My students, I have an art studio for more than 7 years now. I am in Connecticut, United States. And I teach how to be a teacher, how to be a student, and I do have a method for people to learn. So I just want to let you know that. I'm continuing with my yellow here. So you see it's starting to form a little more now. Oh, just finishing what I was saying. The link is in this lesson here. So if you want to check it out inside and see how it is, you can cancel anytime if you don't like. But I hope you do. And like I said, you watch like Netflix, like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. It's everything ordered and organized for you to be there and learn, okay? All right, coming back to the yellow. So I'm just doing the yellow now and putting in lots of places. And you see I'm going very regular, just like I told you. I'm not going, I'm not doing anything, how can I say, like the first 3 I showed you, because it will be hard for you to see how it gets, sorry. It's hard for to look like a real tree if we're gonna go to that way, like the cartoon way. We don't want to go the cartoon way. All right. Then over here I see this too. I see some here and there. I do not want to lose completely my branches and trunk here. Okay, there. So guys, because I have some white there, the white makes opaque like I told you. So if you don't want to cover what you've done there, you want to see some, you see some over there, just like you see here. You don't want to go over your trunk here. You want to go in some parts, but you want to leave in a way where you can see. And if you want, at least with the painting I'm using, it's not opaque. It's student grade, and that way you can, it's a very more forgiven, this type of paint, because for you to start is good to have. I could show you which type of paint I use too. but it's good for you to go to with the student grade because they are more forgiving with water. It's a lot to learn about water. So I do not want you to worry about that either. I wanted to learn how to control your hand, how to control the dabbing, the arms, the wrist. That type of thing is way more important right now than you worry about painting and expensive stuff, because it can be so expensive. It can get very expensive, this type of a hobby. You know, you wanna start, but you don't wanna go crazy. You wanna like, okay, I wanna do this, but you don't want anybody feeling shameful because they bought something so expensive. All right, so I think I'm gonna put a little bit more here, just in case. Okay, let me see what else is missing here. Okay. So at least I am seeing more yellow there, a different type of yellow. And I'm just gonna go here and making a little bit more before I go with my new yellow. Okay, let me see what's missing. I think I need more here because mine is too delicate. Okay. Okay. Oops. This yellow is growing on me now. I like it. Okay. So now I see, and I hope you do too, it is a yellow, but this yellow has red, believe it or not. But we do have to be careful because this one has white. And if we put red, I'm just gonna make it here. Ooh, that's dirty. No, it's a no. Let's, okay. I'm making, okay, red, no, what, red, yellow, and I'm gonna get tiny, like a tiny kiss to a baby of red. So it's red, but you almost don't see. You see how I have red there, but now you don't, but it's that color. See it? Nice. So now I'm just putting there because I'm seeing here and I'm seeing some parts there. I'm gonna go here. I may have to bring some white to make that opaque. And when I mean opaque, I do not want to be see-through. And I'm bringing some parts over there. Okay. Here. You see how see-through was here? Now it's not gonna be anymore because I have white on that paint. Some pigments are different than other, guys. So you may have to test yours to see what happened there. Okay, I may have to make more of that color. Don't forget the red is like a kiss, like to a baby, and this baby is so small, you can't kiss that strong. All right, here. It's interesting because it's so easy to, once we are doing something, we just exaggerate And then later you're like, uh-oh, doesn't look like anything like the picture. Okay. Okay. Then I have the same thing here. I have some color there, but it goes some places. You see there, there. It goes just to some places. Just to bring a nice depth to the color. One sec. Mixing here because I keep losing my color. I make too little. All right, here. Okay. All right. So I always like to go around and check what's missing, what else is I'm doing here. Because it's nice to, I don't know you, but I am very perfectionist. So sometimes I have to tell myself, okay, stop. Now stop. So now stop. But I still feel I have some colors I don't see there yet. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get just a tiny green on top there. So let me clean up my brush again. I wanna make a nice light green, light. So yellow. Once you wanna make something light, you want to, hi Kelly, hi Christy. Let me know if you guys are painting with me, if you are going to paint later, if you already paint, that would be awesome to know. So I'm making this green now here, you see, I'm just gonna add a little bit of white too, because like I told you, I want that to be opaque. I want to not be see-through. So I'm gonna go bring some green. You don't need much because we did it yesterday, but it's good to have some because it's not completely yellow. It has a lot of yellow, but, and you don't want to cover everything you've done. So be careful with that too. Sometimes we keep going and then get muddy because we keep going on the color and then loses what we done. You don't want to go there too. And then you see that green there. So maybe you just go places. Don't forget to look. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, I told you I am perfectionist, so I do not see that color. We put it over there, but it's not there. That color makes a lot of difference. So I'm gonna go. And I didn't mean to be a longer live today than yesterday, but I guess sometimes when you're doing details, that's the part where you take more time. So I'm making a nice dark brown first, just because some parts are way darker. And I'm gonna go here and just adding some dark, because it's nice to have dark there. And guys, you could do this before but I'm doing now because sometimes I do not want you to think like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the whole tree. I don't do that because now you have everything already. But it's good to just go and check because sometimes you're gonna need to do some stuff on top, but you don't want to lose what you've done. So that's why I'm just gonna go here and work on some. You see, I'm not putting everywhere this color. It's just because I want the tree to look like very, like strong colors coming from there. And I'm just like mimicking the colors here. Like I said, this is an observation painting, okay? That's why it is a challenge, and this is why I wanted to watch it, because it's nice to go through that and be like, how are we gonna get there? But when you see everything like this, step by step, it's way different than just imagine. All right, so now it's a little stronger. Everything there. I don't want to lose, but it's good to. And then I'm just gonna get that color and put it on the top and the bottom here. And paintings like this, you can go for days. Really, you can go for days, and you don't need to finish one day. You just continue going. It's an awesome study. It's an awesome way for you to see things and be like, okay, how can I make this nice and not perfect, because it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect, but it's nice for you to study, to know how you're gonna get. And so it's a little better now. It's a little better. We are seeing those things there. And you can continue. You can definitely continue going with the yellows, with the greens here. Like if you feel you wanna make these colors, let me just, I'm just mixing one color here. And just to put like over here more. And like I said, you can really, really go longer and longer and longer and check more and do more stuff if you feel you want to, okay? Again, I would love to thank you for watching. I hope you really try later. I would love to see the results. If you can put a picture, post a picture on the group. That way, I'm gonna continue doing more lessons. But if the group doesn't react, I probably will take like you didn't like it or you didn't try. So please try, ask questions, participate. That was a great thing for us to learn about each other. And if you can put it over there and then let me know about your process, it would be so nice. Also checking the link, because we have this group I meet them twice a month, and I have a lot of different lessons with them. They learn, they are doing pretty well, and you can start today and you don't feel behind, because the lessons are every week we have different lessons, and you watch on your own time, and I respond to you, and we have time together, and it's very cool. So I want to thank you. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. Let me know. It would be awesome to know, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Christy, Sabrina, Kelly, Tina. I see lots of names there. Donna, Pam. Thank you so much, guys. Anna, Dorothy. Thank you so much for watching, okay? Thank you again. And I'll see you inside the group. Thank you.